A turf war between big boy operators appears to be over for now. Fat Brands has moved to settle one of the lawsuits filed against that company. And traffic remains negative despite another year of record-breaking LTOs. Welcome to Restaurant Daily, the day's biggest industry news and trends from the editors of Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm NRN Managing Editor Leanne Zinsmeister.
And I'm RB Managing Editor Heather Lally. A turf war between big boy operators appears to be over for now. Big Boy Restaurant Group said it plans to close 6 stores in Cincinnati amid a restraining order from rival Frisch's Big Boy. Frisch's has exclusive rights to the market, but Michigan-based Big Boy moved in earlier this year with plans to operate there under the Big Boy name. The restraining order forced it to open instead as Dolly's Burgers and Shakes, and it is now closing the restaurants after being unable to resolve the litigation.
Fat Brands has moved to settle one of the lawsuits filed against the company. The Fazoli's parent company and a group of shareholders have proposed a $10 million joint settlement of 2 derivative lawsuits that accuse the company's CEO, Andy Wiederhorn, of, quote, self-dealing and misuse of funds. The settlement would also require Fat Brands to adopt corporate governance reforms like forming a finance audit committee. In case you're following along, this is separate from a lawsuit filed in July 2024 by a former Fat Brands investor, largely over the same fiscal entanglements. The lawsuits are related to, but separate from, the SEC and DOJ investigations into Wiederhorn, the latter of which was dropped this summer.
What are restaurants getting for all this marketing? According to data from Technomic, restaurants are on pace for their 3rd straight year of record limited time offer introductions. Meanwhile, 29% of restaurant traffic is on a deal, a likely result of an intense value war that has lasted for 15 months. And yet traffic has remained negative all year long. The risk for restaurant chains is that they are training customers to come in on a deal while slowing operations with these new temporary menu items, all without generating actual traffic growth.
Chipotle is celebrating the 25th anniversary of its burrito tradition with a $6 entree offer for rewards members in costume on Halloween from 3 p.m. to close. Fans can also enter the burrito costume contest on TikTok from October 27th to November 2nd for a chance to win a VIP card worth over $500 in free Chipotle. The promotion, which began in 2000, has evolved into a major annual event, now leveraging TikTok to boost engagement. Additionally, Chipotle's Chip or Treat campaign offers rewards members perks throughout October, alongside new Build Your Own Chipotle family meal options with added protein flexibility.
Taco John's is set to expand its Wyoming footprint with a new Casper location opening in spring 2026. Longtime franchisees, the Stillwell family, will operate the restaurant, marking their 10th Wyoming Taco John's and continuing a 50-year legacy with the brand. Stillwell's journey began in 1976, evolving into a multi-location operation led by Lindsay Stillwell, now Vice President of Operations.
Biscuit Belly, a brunch franchise known for its scratch-made biscuits and Southern charm, is accelerating growth with 6 new locations across the Southeast. The expansion includes 3 franchised restaurants in Florida's Panhandle and 3 corporate joint venture stores in North Carolina and Georgia. Multi-brand franchisees Clint Dollar and Dave Gardner will open the Florida locations.
Avra Group, which operates several fine dining Greek seafood restaurants under the name Avra Estatorio, has recently expanded with 2 new locations. The 4th location in Avra's hometown of New York City just opened at Penn Station, and it also recently expanded to Dallas in the Crescent mixed-use development. Both were designed by Rockwell Group and, like their counterparts, feature fresh fish on display over ice, allowing guests to choose their own entree. Avra also operates restaurants in Los Angeles and Miami.
The fast casual hot chicken chain Angry Chicks is making a big push for growth next year. The 33-unit chain plans to add around 20 new units, moving from the west across the country as far as Pennsylvania. And most of that growth will be company-owned, although Angry Chicks has 2 franchise units with more in development. This week, the chain announced it has taken on an undisclosed amount in debt capital that COO Peter Tremblay described as substantial, which will help fuel that growth. Tremblay said the attention given to competitor Dave's Hot Chicken, which was acquired by Rourke Capital earlier this year for $1 billion, has helped boost sales at Angry Chicks.
And that should do it for today's edition of Restaurant Daily. Get the latest restaurant news every weekday wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Heather Lally.
And I'm Leanne Zinsmeister. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Restaurant Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe.